Good evening to one and all. I welcome you for this AICT sponsored short-term training program on emotional intelligence for teaching staff in enhancing efficiency of students. Today's session is about student-teacher relationship management. Amidst us, we have a vibrant speaker, Dr. Maran Marimuthu, Professor, Petranas University, Malaysia. We thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. Now I would like to call upon Dr. P. Priyadashni, Head of the Department, to introduce our speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Kavita. So, good evening to all the participants who are present here for the session. And I take an immense pressure and express my gratitude towards Dr. Maran Marimuthu sir, Professor of University of Petronas, who belongs to S&S department, for accepting our invite. And he has joined from Malaysia. Thank you, sir. And there is a time difference, and you have a lot of other your online classes and other academic activities. In spite of that, you managed to join us. Thank you, sir. Very brief, I take a privilege in introducing sir. A very brief introduction about sir. Sir has graduated with PhD in business administration in the area of finance in University of Malaya, and he has produced 10 masters and 2 PhD students, and one master student is about to complete. And sir has published more than 120 international refereed journals, and which has been published in different Scopus indexed articles. And he has co-authored and authored books on financial management, international financial management, and he's a trainer and consultant in ONG industries, including Petronas, especially on socio-economic and cost analysis. Sir has an area of expertise in business and financial analytics, economic analysis, firm performance analysis, project evaluation, and currently he is holding international and external research grant as a leader and principal researcher, and he's offering short courses for industry and PG programs. And he holds professional certifications in the forum of FAAA panel member, and distinguished scientist in finance, VIF India, and he has received many best paper awards from leading educational institute, and he is an HRDF certified trainer. And to his research credentials, he has H index Google Scholar in the number of 26 and I10 index in the number of 59, and sir has a remarkable citation of 2596, which is a remarkable one. And he is also a consultant of various organizations, and he has worked on with feasibility study, and he has worked on with Meleka refinery operation, cost optimization and project evaluation of Petronas derivatives, and project cost estimation and project evaluation in NGP College UTP, and investment analysis in Chennai, data analysis in Turkmenistan, census study in ACCM, and many more. So his profile is very vast, and sir, kindly excuse me if I have missed any of your major credentials. But sir is a very simple and down to earth person, and he has visited India, and we were fortunate enough to meet him in person, and he has delivered a session to our student. He's always kind enough in extending his hand whenever we organize any forum as this. So he's always ready to meet the faculty and students. And as I said, it's a very, very down to earth personality and a very knowledgeable person and a very good human. So that is what is the best aspect of Maran Maributhu sir. Whoever knows him will always say sir is a very, very good human. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us. And it is like icing on a cake, you joining us for the end of this phase 2. Thank you, sir. And over to you, sir. Thank you.
Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I hope the audio system is fine. First of all, before I go further, I would like to again express my heartfelt thanks. Thank you, Dr. P. Priyadarshini, for giving these wonderful opportunities to be with Tagore Engineering College. And at the same time, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the management of Tagore College Engineering, Tagore Engineering College, and of course, specifically Department of Management Studies, not forgetting faculty coordinators, Dr. S. Usha, Ms. Kavita, and our patron, Dr. L. Raja, Chief Patron, Dr. M. Mala, and the entire team members for taking great effort to make this event a great success. Thank you very much. And my thanks also goes to all participants. Always remember, I don't see you as participants because we also have a group of scholars. So I think it's good. I believe participants also know better. So it's a sharing session. It's a platform that we come together. I think we can share our views. But I would like to make use of whatever exposures I have in the area of I wouldn't say teaching, in the academic world. Before I joined academia, I was with the industry for about 4 or 5 years, and it was a kind of tragedy. One fine day, I felt I was invited to give just 1 hour class in one of the very small institute. After teaching, after giving them, somebody was supposed to conduct a class, and he was absent, and I was called. This happened about 20 years ago. And the guy called me, hey, please come and give a talk on this, lecture on this management. And when I gave I was with a very strong conglomerate before I got into the academic. And at night, I could not sleep after giving a 1 hour talk, lecture. And then I told myself, oh, look, this is supposed to be my career. That's how all this started. Okay, thank you very much. I am Maran Marimuthu. I'm from Department of Management and Humanities from University Technology Petronas. You might be wondering why university, not TY or what. It is written in Bahasa, in Malay, we call it. So I think because Petronas is a government-linked company, so we have that kind of culture to maintain our national culture. So this is how Petronas, everyone knows it is one of the conglomerates, one of the oil and gas companies listed under the Forbes 500. So UTP, University Technology Petronas, is basically part of the effort taken by the Petronas Group as its CSR activities. So end of the day, big companies would like to have this kind of knowledge transfer, and they like to have some form of institutions of higher learnings, making sure that the contribution is felt by the communities. Okay, and the topic is given. I wouldn't say not to be very much bogged down with the topic. It is about student-teacher relationship management, and it is all within the framework of EI. Don't worry, I'm not going to very much into the what you call the conceptual definition of this EI. Let us move forward with these elements where we can actually go to, or rather what we can actually get out of this, and what are the steps that can be taken in view of the area that we have today, student-teacher relationship. This is a very interesting, very unique, I would say one of the greatest gifts by God when we are as gurus and we are given that kind of assignment, or rather role, to deliver our wisdom to another person. I think this is fantastic. I think we are, in a way, we are blessed. We as lecturers, teachers, in a way, we are the chosen ones. We are the movers and shakers in the world. All right. Thank you once again. Let us move forward. Okay, I hope you can see the slides. I've been given about 1 hour. I try to make use of this 1 hour to the max, making sure that right things. So hopefully I can, end of the sessions or end of the delivery, I could actually spark some lights, making sure I ignite some kind of interest, some kind of new thoughts through these discussions. Okay, My session, my sharing session is not going to be very much on the fundamentals. I'm not going to make it as though giving a lecture on this. No, because we have super duper lecturers sitting right in front of me. I think some of the participants know better. So the scholars, probably can actually offer some input if there is a need for it. But it's just sharing what these things all about. Student-teacher relationship. Obviously, when we parents, we have kids and we teach our kids what to do. But then at a higher level, if we want to see our kids growing for some specific goals, we have no choice. We have to let these kids be what I call guided by another group of people. And that is where we have a very strong understanding here. Somebody out there outsource the work, coaching, teaching, coaching, guiding, and making them successful. And this role given to us by the parents. So always remember, as teachers, we have a very strong obligations here, very important obligations here. It's not about teaching and get our salary and go. End of the day, it is about what sort of outcome we are creating here. Okay, so that is the power of student-teacher relationship. Okay, so it is a great work. It is a great gift by God, and we are given this kind of opportunities to deal with a group of scholars. Remember, I think this is very interesting. I'm not differentiating. Other jobs are not that all jobs are actually equally important, equally interesting. But being teachers, it's got some extra features that we are creating a new world. You can decide. You can decide what sort of group you can create. We as teachers, we can decide what sort of group we want. Are we trying growth mindset student? Are we trying to create a group of students come and finish your studies and go get your scrolls finished? So it is we to institute those kinds of things. Okay. So coming back to the perspective of student-teacher relationship. Now, how do we see the relation is formed? Okay. A lot of studies showed. I'm not quoting whatever, but I'm not trying to make it as a empirical work or what. It's just to give you some updates. Some scholars says if we spend 1,000 hours with students, there is a good relationship. The relationship is formed. 1,000 hours is about 40, 41, 42 days. Okay. Now, coming back to the whole idea, if we were to touch on the contact hours we have with students, that is very interesting. I am not sure about India. Of course, I want to learn this. In the case of Malaysia, if we have a course on a semester basis, each course is to be taught over the one semester period. We have 42 hours contact hours with the students, direct contact hours. Each week we have 3 hours. So over the period of 4 months, one semester is about 4 months, we can see that the relationship can be formed. But then the basic relationship is there, but are we taking the relationship to the next level? This is very important. That is why any course that we are conducting, there must be some form of direct contact hours. Okay. The formation, when we have the existence of relationship between students and teachers, very much dictated by the meetings, the contact hours, direct face-to-face communication. All these plays a very important role. We put aside first on the online mode. So contact hours very important with students. Lecturers, always remember, we have a lot of work. We have admin job. We have to perform. We need to supervise. We have supervision. We have what do you call that? Beside admin supervision, and we have publications. We need to look for grants, submissions, a lot of things. Contribution to the university, contribution to the community. We have so many things. But always remember, our primary duty is to teach. Our primary duty is to teach. So when students are approaching us, sir, I don't understand, can you please explain, can we have some discussion, I need to have some clarification, we have the kind of obligations to pay attention, to serve them at any cost. We may have to sacrifice other work. And then when come to student, we have to have that kind of sense of belongingness in terms of having discussions with students. So the contact hours plays a very important role. Okay. And that actually becomes the foundations to have a good relationship between students and teachers. Okay. Secondly, many people think that being friendly with students, in a way, our relationship is good with the student. Not necessarily. You can have two situations here. One is students, lecturers are very friendly with students, but students don't, yeah, they are friendly, but then students don't feel that kind of attachment. They don't really feel connected with the lecturer. But on the other hand, some lecturers or some teachers, they are quiet. They don't seem to be friendly with the students. Somehow or other, we can observe that the students become connected to the teachers. So we got to understand this. We as students, it involves me as well, everyone. We got to be clear. Being friendly with the students does not mean having good relationship with students. Quality relationship, something that actually can be seen that the students feel inspired. They feel enlightened when they are having what they call that, their teachers coming to them, and they could feel the presence of lecturers or teachers make them enlightened. This is what being friendly is one thing, but having a very good relationship with regard to the academic performance, with regard to creating the kind of mindset for them to think more to the higher level, and they feel they are moving forward with the relationship with the teachers or the lecturers. Okay, this is one important part. Secondly, undoubtedly, I am thankful to the management, especially the organizing committee. You brought in the element of this emotional intelligence. This is a very interesting, very much discussed in the management. However, we don't have to argue. Undoubtedly, we know emotional intelligence well, somehow, what is emotional intelligence? It's about understanding what we have, what we want, our own emotions. We know how to manage our emotion. At the same time, we try to understand how others feel, emotions of others' emotions. Okay. The whole conclusion is that try to be more understanding when we do things. Always remember how others would think of this, what sort of perception others have. So when we have this kind of understanding, we teachers will be able to see, look, this is what I have, this is what I have to offer. And I'm also trying to understand from the student's perspective to what extent this will be effective. I am teaching, a finance subject, engineering economics. I have engineering students and I'm delivering engineering economics. I have about 200, 300 students. I always see about 5% fall into the casualty category. Somehow or other, 5% fail the subject. And of course, people, 95% pass. And of course, with the normal distribution, you can see that 10% easily gets A, the rest all falling into the category of average B, B plus, B minus, or whatever it is. After going through this, I was wondering, because those who are entering university, UTP, University Technology, Petros, all with the straight A's. I was wondering how come these people are good at mathematics and they have difficulty to do financial mathematics when they are good at engineering mathematics. What's so difficult about this? So first of all, when we have students fail, we got to ask ourselves whether our method is right or not. Are we delivering the subject in the right way? Yes, we can see a 95% pass. We can comfortably say that, oh, look, my method is correct. But then the 5% probably they require a different method. This is where the continuous engagement with students plays a very important role to deepen the relationship between lecturers and students. This is very important. When we have issues, when we have problematic students, don't worry, not to run away from the student, time for us to spend time with them, go with them, understand exactly what they want and what they think. This is where the element of this EI comes in. And this will actually contribute positively towards stronger relationships. Finally, in the case of what I had earlier on the engineering, why fail? Somehow or other, they had a different mindset. They like to see some kind of visualizations. For example, the calculation of valuation, for example, project valuation, and too many formulas. When we teach here, they understand, but then they had problem to grab whatever given. So I brought in the element of video based. So when I gave them video based and recorded, it's like an asynchronous type. So they can actually repeatedly watching the same thing, enhancing their understanding. Now this is the group. This group probably more into visualizing what is given. So this is how we can improve the situation. All this happens when we have good relationship. Student-teacher relationship is not about teaching and getting the grading and conjugating. Student-teacher relationship, helping them to go to the next level, idea generations, being more innovative. They become researchers. They are inspired by some new things. And this is how all this, being achieved. And on the other hand, I think in many colleges, we have mentor-mentee. This is to strengthen relationship, but selectively, they have some selected number of students. This is at a very selected way, in a very selective way. But then when we say student-teacher relationship, we would like to see the inclusiveness in the student-teacher relationship. I hope all follow. Shall I move to second slide?
Yes, sir.
All right. So moving on. My question is, I think there's some questions, some people, some lecturers might be questioning, does it really matter? Yeah, everyone knows student-teacher relationship, students coming in, every semester, new students coming in, the old students graduating, coming in, going out, coming in, going out. So to what extent this relationship plays a very significant role? Does it really matter? Are we really, should we be concerned about this relationship? Is there a need for a college or university to enhance on or to ensure that relationship is strong or whatever it is? Does it really matter? Yeah. Now, this is very important. If we are actually taking care of a group of cows, you whack one, the rest all will follow. But students are very different. We got to accept the fact that students also know better than us. Those days, lecturers, this is very interesting. Those days, lecturers, my time, probably many of our scholars here, I think we would have felt the same thing. What happened? The philosophy was different. If I have 10 points, I can deliver 6 points. The remaining 4 points I can keep. And we know students will not be able to get the 4 points. And this is how we differentiate. Lecturers know better, so we can see the asymmetric information between the guru and the disciple. All right. But today, if we have 10 points, like it or not, we have to deliver all the 10 points. And then we have to quickly learn some new things, come back for the next class with some new input. Even if you don't want to release all the 10 points, students know how to get all the points out there. Situation has changed. The students are more advanced. So undoubtedly, we got to accept the fact that student-teacher relationship here it's not just about teaching and grading. It is more than that. We can also learn from the student. We can also get some feedback from the student that is actually making, that is actually helping the teachers or lecturers to move to the next level. When we know that the what I call that we call it the steps taken towards high order thinking, and we know the challenges that we have in view of meeting high order thinking, for example, and you want that high order thinking to be met. This part cannot be achieved if we have a very static kind of relationship. The relationship between teachers and students must be a kind of dynamic, cannot be static. Dynamic means you move in accordance with the needs. So the student-teacher relationship definitely very important. It carries a lot of weight for the learning process. And it's not merely producing graduates, it is more than that. Let us see one by one here quickly. When we have good relationship, when we have a stronger relationship, you can see a very high level of commitment from the students. So when we are teaching, disseminating the info, we can see that students start responding to your input, and the discussions can move beyond the classroom discussions. For example, in the area of business, when I teach them like finance, when we give them input, blah, 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 the students start asking questions. Sir, I read this company, Google or whatever companies, they're talking about leverage, and this leverage, you mentioned about this liquidity problem causing bankruptcy. And how come this Google is having some problem, but yet they don't talk about bank, they start thinking. So they start relating the issues to what is happening. So they are trying to connect the fundamental and the pragmatic issues. So this comes only when they see that they feel there is a relationship. Meaning the students can feel that this person, this teacher is not only coming to teach and go. This teacher is not only teaching, but this teacher is inspiring me what I really want to become. This teacher is inspiring me to become a corporate figure, a corporate leader in future. So the students can actually feel that they become a role model for them. So this comes only when the formation of student-teacher relationship is seen or felt. Relationship is not to be seen. Relationship is to be felt. Many people think, hey, is there any relationship? It's not to be seen. Relationship is to be felt by the students, by the teachers. Okay. Through this, we can see that relationship, good relationship, as I said, relationship, it doesn't stop there. Good relationship, strong relationship will take the entire discussion to the next level. How? We can see that developing new skills. When I teaching like corporate finance, we also have finance subjects. Sorry, I think we have anthropology, psychology, or sociology. I think many scholars here are teaching many types of subjects. You can apply those things in a different way, in your own way. But to me, when I'm teaching this corporate finance, it's about decision making. It's about shares, price up, price down. And then some students came to me, sir, what actually makes the price up, down? You know, what is actually causing this? You know what I did? Come, get yourself registered. I give you something like mock trading, online trading. It's a real one, but mock. So the students got registered and they started buying shares, selling shares, and they can actually learn a lot of things. Oh, this is the way these are the skills. When this comes, the students, willingness to come and approach us, asking all this, comes only when they feel the relationship. Of course, it is a healthy relationship. Only when they feel that we are approachable. Only when they feel that, oh, he is a resource person. He can actually inspire me. Just like how I actually was connected right up to completion of my PhD. We also have the kind of obligations, getting others connected to us and bring them to the next level. The greater success for a teacher it's not by giving them A's. It is to see them becoming very successful. A greater success for teachers, if we have a very strong relationship, we will be more concerned about on those who are considered as mediocres, those who are struggling to pass. If we teachers through a good relationship can make them pass the paper, that is the greatest success. It's not about giving A's to already those already in the A categories. Okay, and the students should not be divided or should not be differentiated based on the grading. Different people will have different. I had a case, one student, my class, my classmate, he was struggling to pass with a CGPA of 2.0. In Malaysia, we have a CGPA minimum 2.0 and 3 point above second class upper, 3.75 first class. I studied already second class upper, and this guy was marketing. I did finance. He was doing marketing. He was struggling to get past 2.0. Finally, he made it. And with 2.0, he was called up for interview together with all the first class students by Nestle company. And guess what? He got the job, the 2.0. You know what skills he created? Last minute job, never studied yet, he could deliver last minute there, preparation for final, he went and asked everyone, blah, 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 and checked with the lecturers. The relationship with the lecturer was fantastic. That actually helped him to inspire, because the lecturer who taught them, without differentiating what grade he was getting, the lecturer also with exposures of marketing, he inspired him what this marketing is all about. And it was a very, very strong point that, the reason why he got connected to big companies through his, what do you call that, the teacher's input. So this is the skill. Creativity, innovation comes along with these new skills. Okay? And these people, when they become more creative, innovative, especially in the area of engineering, we can see that 5 to 10% of the students moving into research. And these people would like to continue their masters. If we take a closer look at it, behind the scene, behind the total scene, somehow there must be some teachers or gurus inspired them, must have in a way given them that kind of exposures, and that made them to continue their masters, and they can choose the area that they want. Okay, and through the relationship we can see the scholarly work. Okay, some may go into and start investigating, and I was asked by some students, why these fundamentals of engineering economics this way, can we do this way? So when they start challenging the fundamental, that is a good news. This comes only when they feel the relationship is good, allowing them to participate in the discussion. Yeah, significant improvement on operational matters. Okay, why I mentioned this? I think just to add on, we can see that if the relationship is strong, lecturers are calling, hey, what happened? Why you didn't come to class? Blah blah blah, and the students can feel that, oh, look, my lecturer, my teacher is paying attention on me. I'm being loved by my lecturer. The relationship is improving. You can see that through this, absenteeism very low or almost zero. You can see that a number of failure cases drop. Okay. Attendance, basic attendance for tests, all these, no issues. Any work you do, you can see that they come and do presentation because they start showing the commitment. Okay, this is the power of relationship. Yeah, other than this, we can see the top-down versus bottom-up input. Yeah, those days we can see lecturers come and talk very monotonous. Just gave lectures. Okay, I still remember during my time, one of the students, after 300, 400 people in the lecture hall, then suddenly one of the students, sir, can I, Malaysia is very unique, because it's a multiracial country. We have Indians, we have Malays, we have Chinese, and we have many sub-ethnic groups. From the East Malaysia side, we have Sabah and Sarawak, very colorful environment. So the lecturers also very colorful. They come and one of the students said, can you please explain? I can't understand, I can't see and the lecturers will tell, what he told actually, can you come down? Can you see the door out there? You open the door. As you open the door, walk straight. You can see the main road. Turn right. Go right up to the junction. Turn left. You can see a big building on your left. That is library. Go and read. You know, if this is the experience, and this was mentioned right in front of 300, 400 students, you know, he felt embarrassed. And this student will remember the lecturers forever. Forever. But on the negative side, remember, we are meeting many students. By now, we have met many students, hundreds of, could be thousands of students. We may have forgotten them. Remember, we or you are always remembered based on the relationship concept. So if it is on the negative side, will be remembered forever. Positive side also remembered forever. Yeah. So top down, bottom up. So this is top down. It's no more applicable. We also need to see the bottom up approach. When we offer, try to have a two-way communication. This is very important. And this will give us another interesting point. There will be an element of reciprocity. Okay. What does that mean? When we offer knowledge, when students are participating, Q&A, they start asking, this will also trigger certain things based on our understanding. Based on the feedback you get some new things, and you can see that some new aspects can be investigated. This can be put in the form of research, and we can deliver in a different way. Book chapters or writing article. Sometimes students in the class are asking me some question, and I was wondering, oh, okay, this is that probably we can answer. But after that, it triggered me. Oh, why not just write an article on this? I think the latest one, students were asking me on this RCEP. I think what is that? Regional Comprehensive Economic Cooperation. I think India decided to quit. China came in, India decided to quit. And some students asking me, so what is happening? In what ways Malaysia can actually benefit from RCEP? That actually triggered me. I think I should write an article on that. Reciprocity. And on the other hand, when we have strong relationship, the commitment is there, the trust is there, everything is there, we have quality delivery. We will have a very good delivery, and we understand the expectation of the students. Based on that, we deliver what is required for the students in the interest of the students. Okay, and both parties can feel that no one is putting a personal agenda ahead of the main agenda. Okay, I think in business we have, when managers put personal agenda ahead of the corporate agenda, you will see agency problem. And this agency problem will have agency cost. Agency cost will control the whole thing. So we do not want any type of hidden costs between student and teacher. The cost is very dangerous, very disastrous. Okay, it may go into stress and all those things. Okay, let's move on. So improving. So we know the importance of student-teacher relationship. So we have many ways. I'm not going to discuss in detail of this. I think this is good. I think many scholars are already aware of this. However, I would like to reiterate using my views as well, experience in dealing with the students. Improving student-teacher relationship, knowing the fact that student-teacher relationship is very important. It will give us a greater level of achievement, more milestone achievement, not only between the two groups, lecturers or teachers, students. It is also improving college reputations and our presence in the industry is highly respected by this, because our stakeholders, our main stakeholders are students, and these students will have a will be our ambassadors. The next stakeholders, the parents. So the happiness felt by the student will also be felt by the parents, and the parents will do the networking, and a good, very positive vibration goes to the industry, and this one comes back to the university in terms of having higher enrollment, greater cash flows, and the benefit comes back to the teachers in the form of monetary and non-monetary rewards. I think a lot of things, we should be seeing this in a very, broader, in a much broader perspective. Improving here, always remember we need to have a very participative environment. make sure that students are always coming and meeting you, talking with you, sharing their view. If we have this, you're on the right track. Lecturers are on the right track. If we can see that teachers or students do not approach us, either they have fully understood or they don't want to see the teachers. Some students say, "Oh, suddenly I become feeble, so I don't know what to do." And I get scolded by the teacher, so we have that. I mean, a teacher who is scolding the students, by all means, every teacher, wants the students to improve. Okay? That is very clear. When students come and tell me, "Hey, look, I was scolded," I say, "It is for you, don't worry." It's a very good lecture. So among lecturers, we need to create a very positive environment. But then we ourselves need to know, are we doing enough to strengthen the relationship? This is very important. Okay? Try to have some communications. I think classes, online classes may not be effective, but then online communication for physical meeting will be a very fruitful one. So participative environment, guiding our students on their learning skills, as I say, whatever field, even someone teaching music, okay, when someone teaching music and we can actually guide them, create some new skills, we can actually introduce them to some practitioners, some musicians. A lot of things can be done. Now, what I did, I was teaching one subject. This is about financial planning, and this is more on their individual wealth accumulation. And I actually brought in someone from outside who is actually dealing with all these activities, wealth accumulations, more on the personal financial planning consultant, something like that. Brought in giving a talk for 2 hours. So, we teachers must feel that it's good to engage others as well, just for 1 or 2 hours, make the students feel that they're getting some extra input from outside. Yeah, I think this is also to give them the what do you call that, the knowledge beyond the boundary. We try to institute high thinking order skills. This is very, very important at this point in time. Now the entire the philosophy has changed. It's not just about teaching. It's not looking at the textbook and give them. Try to cultivate the students with some kind of high thinking orders. For example, if we ask questions, what is meant by this? What is meant by that? This is not high order thinking. Investigate why these things happen. Yeah. Evaluate as to why this mechanism takes place due to blah, blah, blah. So the students start thinking. So the way we put forward is very important. And all these coming only when we have some form of bondage between students and teachers. Okay? Recognizing students' effort. Some students like to communicate, like to ask questions, like to participate, like to, you can see 1 or 2 students always ask this in the question. I think by default, every teacher or lecturer can see that any class you attend, somehow or other you can see 2 or 3 students very participative. But nowadays, what happened? Completely changed. Last time, boys, but nowadays, girls are more participative. I even told, in Malaysia, what happened at tertiary level. Now, number of female students about 60 to 70%, male about 30%. But at country level, our gender is about 50-50. So what happened to the boys? So some major changes going on out there. I think they don't want to go to tertiary level or what, I'm not sure. But then they will then have a problem, Sometimes I got to motivate people, those who don't want to go to universities, tell them, hey, look, if you are not graduate, you're not going to get married. You cannot get, because all the girls are now graduates and they don't want you. So this is how to make sure that some people don't want to study, just want to work and slowly do something on part-time. So I think this is the challenge we have. Coming back to this, the classroom discussion, be more appreciative. And another one is avoid stress. We do not want students to feel stressed if they can't complete the assignment. So I cannot complete assignment or what, can you please, oh, no, those are not submitting, zero. You are actually severing the relationship. This will actually serve. Today's business, today's education philosophy has changed. It's no more a kind of a static way of managing students. We need to be more organic, give them more time. Okay, fine. You can take how many days you want. You may say, sir, give me 3 days. Okay, I give you 2 days. So submit. We cannot actually impose negative reinforcement or penalizing the students over many things. We can't do that anymore. Okay, and on the other hand, with regard to improving teachers' relationship, student-teacher relationship, also teachers should take care of themselves as well. Never go into job burnout. You become physically, emotionally tired then. This is very, very difficult. If teachers are facing job burnout, that will actually create another problem. This will have a negative impact on the relationship. Student calling you, you are not answering. Student want to have that, you are not talking because you're extremely tired. So try to deal with these issues. These two issues, if these two things exist, relationships become stressful. When you see the students, you feel, oh my God, I get heart attack. And the students see the teachers, oh my God, I get a problem, man. So the moment students see you, you will run away from the back door. So these kind of things, I think we need to avoid. On the other hand, just some supplementary things on the right-hand side. When teachers, through the relationship we have, we can actually go in and inspire them, give them the kind of focus on vision, what they really want to become. Students will come not only getting a degree, they may have some other things. You can inspire them. You do this, you become a good leader. So that kind of leadership qualities can be created in the class discussion through the relationship and the commitment with inspirational motivation. Sometimes students love to see the teacher, regardless of whatever it is. Wherever they go, they whatever they do, they purposely come to lecturer's room. Hello, prof. Hello, madam. How are you? That is very good sign that you have a very good, healthy relationship with the students. Okay. Contents and desired goals, all this should be communicated during the class, not only focusing on the content, the desired. When we are teaching certain subject, we are also to tell them, hey, look, this subject will take you to the next level. You have some other things that you can do. For example, if you do this, let's say you are doing finance or marketing, look, you have another portion to look at it. Go and do some short courses on data analytics so that you can get involved with customer analytics, finance analytics. And these are the things that we can actually inspire them. This is part of the intellectual stimulation, inspiring them to change. Don't become static. Okay, and in the class we should have customized relationship, customized attentions. All these comes when we are willing, we teachers willing to give them the best. We also have trouble. I mean, in a way challenging. The students will not be cooperating with us. This is where we need to bring in the element. We must show to the student relationship with the students to cover all inclusiveness. We do not customize. Hey, I am more close to this student, no such thing. But then at the same time, we need to have customized attention. Different students will have different expectations. So we need to be careful about that. Some students are slow, some students are fast, so we need to pay attention on the students who are quite slow. We help them. Okay. So what is next? This COVID-19 online, I only have about 8 slides, so very fast. What is next? COVID-19 and online classes. This is also another interesting part that we have now. Now let us be very frank. This actually forces to work from home. After 8-9 months, many feel that work from home, WFH, is actually work from hell, and they cannot take it anymore. Too many things to complete. Last time I go to work 9 o'clock, come back 5 o'clock. Now 8 o'clock actually is happening to me as well. 8 o'clock starts until 11:30, my laptop on. So many meetings actually being slotted into, being scheduled into evening and night, anytime, because everyone works from home. I think, you know, generally all companies, not only every companies, I think they want a very complete kind of commitment, value for money. So after all, you all at home, what? So okay, what? But at least last time, come back 5 o'clock, done. You feel the work is done. Psychologically, we put our work on the table and come back. Now my table full of laptops. Even now I have 2 laptops. So we have that kind of situations here. Yeah. Is this really progressing or regressing? Now we individual teachers need to ask. Now, to what extent student-teacher relationship strengthen? My view is that it's slightly dented. The relationship is not strong yet. You know, the problem is when we go for physical class, we show our face, you know, gestures, everything is there. But online, of course, we appear virtually, but students don't appear. No matter how many times are repeatedly telling them, please come on audio or video, show your faces. Oh, very difficult. But they are participating in messaging, you know. I think the young generations are quite different. Okay. Now, this is a very challenging, sometimes very frustrating, but then we still have to, you know, control our emotions. I always, whenever I have this, and I'm also convincing myself, look, students are also under pressure. Too many things on the online are given online, and they have 5 subjects, and they have hours spent on the day to feel tired. So when they don't appear, I tell them at least once a while, come, at least you choose this week, out of 20 or 30 students, at least 3 appears. Okay, next turn, at least they feel comfortable. Yeah, but they are very, very happy, sir, this one, whatever things they ask. But then we can see that slightly, but then overall, I think many, you know, put forward their views. It is regressing. We are losing, because first time we had this. But online discussions, you know, just to strengthen on certain things or certain discussions, fine. But if you were to do it 100%, moving from the physical completely, that is very, very challenging. This, to some extent, can affect the student-teacher relationship. Okay, so to some extent, it is deteriorating. But then we have to be, you know, engaging them frequently, you know, probably through video, through some other things. We have to find ways. Okay, and challenge. This is just I'm just bringing in the COVID issue, but the whole discussion, student relationship, assuming we are in a very good environment, physical environment. Challenges face quality delivery, skills development, participation, assessment. Sometimes become very messy. And you know, when we have cases, students fail, and that actually makes the students feel bad, and relationship may be severed. So I think this is another challenge that we have. College, universities, every department should find ways how to get rid of this. Okay, over here, what we do every time when we complete lecture, we have student satisfaction poll. Let the students after lecture go to the system and give them feedback. Let lecturers see it on a weekly basis. Right after lecture, we see the feedback. We check the feedback, so that we lecturers can improve based on that. And based on that, the relationship may not be physically felt, but virtually can still be felt. That's how it goes. Okay. So in the meantime, STR here, I just put the student-teacher relationship towards dynamic. Other than this point, I'm also suggesting, you know, to make the class impactful, we need to know large, small. When you have a large class, you may have a different tune. Small class, you may have different tune. So this is to make the class impactful. So engaging is very important. Practical tutorial classes. If we have a strong relationship, your practical tutorial classes will be much better, and idea generation is always there. We can see that students start talking, presenting their ideas, their views. Okay, and online is just part of them. quality delivery can be seen. We also have another concept here, flipped classroom. I'm not sure Tagore has this or not, but it is basically another form of active learning. Active learning, we give them some mini case studies, problem solving issues in group or individual, ask them to do it, just to make sure that all of them are getting the tunes right. Okay. I think the example engineering economics, I did a case study, and through the grant I obtained, I managed to get. So I came up with this video piece, and somehow I managed to reduce the number of casualties. So this is where all these can be done when we have good relationship. Otherwise, we won't get feedback from the students. This is a very important unit. Hopefully, all can follow this. Yeah. So lastly, the student-teacher relationship. What is the way forward? Now, undoubtedly, in a nutshell, we cannot deny the fact that student-teacher relationship plays a very important role. We have to take steps. We have to find ways, come up with some initiatives, making sure that we are connected. We need to get ourselves connected to the students, and that is the primary duty of teachers. Very important, regardless of whatever work we do. Admin, publication, we can publish papers. Not sure who is reading. We can actually do admin work. Of course, that is our obligations to the institute or to the college. We can have a grant. We are scholar. Everyone knows that. But then something that can be directly felt, the party, the stakeholders who feels the direct contribution by teachers, enlightening them in a very colorful way, is the teaching and the connection with the students. The students, I would put it, guru's blessing, very important, but students' blessing also carries a lot of weight. We may not be happy, we may not get the good karma, but then our generation will get it. It's a very fruitful outcome that we get. Sorry, I'm moving into the theological side, but then nature will reward us if we have that kind of contribution. We must know that teaching is our primary duty. Our job is to get connected to the student. This is very, very important. Okay. Obviously, when we are connected, the relationship is strengthened. We can see that the university is growing, academic success can be seen, students coming in, graduating with happiness. And it's not the product is not the scroll, it's not the degree, it's the knowledge, the intangible things they carry. And where they get it from teachers. Very intangible way. Remember, you will always be remembered. All teachers should remember that they are always remembered for the contribution. We may have forgotten, okay, but they will remember. Somebody taught this. Okay. Secondly, especially in the case of engineering, we are creating professionals. So we need teachers through the relationship. This one comes only through the relation. There must be some form of strong relationship. Yeah, we are creating that. That will be a professional growth, because these people are going to work out as engineers. Okay, the pathway, all this to be lightened by the teachers. So through the relationship, I believe teachers and students will be enlightened for their professional growth. And they are also future leaders. That's why when we go into the class, we are not just teaching them with the subjects, we are also in a way giving them, they see us, the way we talk, the way we answer, the way, and they start emulating. If I want to talk, if I want to deliver, I try to emulate what my lecturers do. So they are creating some form of what do you call that, role model in the class. Okay, if we can transform those things and we inspire them in a very positive way, carrying some leadership roles in the class, and that actually produce another group of successful people. Okay, and other than that, we also would like to see through the relationship the kind of growth mindset in the students. The students need to have growth mindset. Come back, I teach and go, no, or rather come and learn and go, no such thing. I learn and I would like to advance and come up with some new things. You try to look for some new informations, new things, learn some new things, and this is a growth mindset. They look for some knowledge. If I need some data analytics, I know this is not offered, go to other faculties and learn. And the lecturers can actually pave way for them to learn. So it is no more static way. It is to be done in a very multidisciplinary manner. So many more successes. I think this is my last thing. Just to update you, a lot of success stories. Just imagine, and don't get me wrong. The beauty of student-teacher relationship is fantastic. Okay, if this was not practiced, student-teacher relationship, perfect question, perfect answers, today we wouldn't have a very strong, a very beautiful scriptures called Upanishads. If there was no relationship between student-teacher, today India wouldn't have got a great scientist, Mr. Abdul Kalam. Mr. Abdul Kalam, Dr. Abdul Kalam came to Malaysia. He was asked who actually transpired, who is actually give you that kind of inspirations to become scientists, who actually guided my guru, he said, Dr. Professor, what is his name? Dr. Rama Iyer, he said. So all these are beautiful stories, and student-teacher relationship can never be questioned. This definitely creates more milestone achievements, not only the community, but the whole country. Okay, with that, I would like to thank all for the participations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. A very enlightening session, and a very much like, you know, a session with a more of personal touch. So as like you said, they are our stakeholders, and you also touched upon like with spirituality, like we have to believe on karma. That's true. So that's true, sir. Yes, when we see
I strongly believe in that.
that's true. That's good. That's a nice thing. Whatever might be the background we belong to, for every action there is a reaction. So that is what is karma. So whatever we do for our student, it comes back to us. So you stated it in a very nice way. Thank you, sir. For a wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions from the participant side? I'm just saying thank you to you, sir.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Dr. Usha, you have any question?
Oh, sir, I came to say you thank you. Very good.
I hope participants benefited. Probably participants they have their own views, fine, but I believe to some extent they have benefited from the discussions. We would like to see in many more sessions. Probably we can have some sharing sessions as well.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So are we done, Doctor?
Yes, sir. I think as there is no questions, we can wind up, Kavita.
Yeah,
Yes,
again, thank you very much, Dr. Priyadarshini. Thank you very much, and thank you, Dr. Usha. Thank you, Ms. Kavita, and thank you to the management of this Department of Management Studies and as a whole, Tagore.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
To have you. It's an honor to have you with us for the phase 2 final session, sir. Because it is we were having a session right from Monday. Every day we were having 2 speakers, and today is a very important topic like relationship management. So even the morning session was wonderful, and evening session was also very wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you all, dear participants. Thank you for being with us. And some of you were attending all the sessions without missing it. And we know how challenging it is in the midst of our academic pressure and schedule and everything. Yes, as sir has briefed on so many things. So you kept up a very good attendance, and you have been a very good participants to us. And the speakers were this forum of participants were very interactive and very interesting, and they were very much like regular to the on time, and they were some forums what is they'll come, they leave, and so much of technical things will be there, sir. But here it was going on in a very smooth way. So,
And Doctor, Dr. Abdul Kalam was inspired by one guru, but after that, Dr. Abdul Kalam inspired thousands, probably millions of
millions.
students. You see how the impact was actually felt. And today,
Yes.
many inspired. With the relationship, he contributed to the nation on the missile. That was a fantastic. So this is what relationship is all about.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
A
Thank
very
you.
nice note is
Thank you.
thank you. So thank you all. We'll wind up for the phase 2 STTP, and we are glad to welcome you all for our phase 3 STTP, which is to commence on from December 9th. And regarding certificates, we will get in touch with you. As stated earlier, we have submitted to AICT for the approval, and once it is processed, it will be it will be dispatched to you, or we'll just send it through your mail, or we'll share you a link. From that link, you can download your certificates.
Great. Good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Kavita. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Vignesh, you take just one snapshot of the screen with sir. Sir is left. Okay, no
No,
problem.
sir is there, ma'am.
Oh, yeah,
Sir is
sure.
there.
Sir, you just will take one snapshot. Yes. Thank you, Kalai ma'am. Just take a snapshot. Sir, stay.
Yes, ma'am.
Vignesh, you take a snapshot.
Vignesh, are you there? Vignesh?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you please take a snapshot?
1 second. Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Doctor, once all done, probably if there is a possibility, we can have some discussions on some other collaborative work, research or publications. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Definitely. I'll get in touch with you, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Have a nice evening, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So I quit, now? Thanks.
Yes, sir, you can quit.
Ma'am, shall we wind up, ma'am?
Yes, Kavita. Any questions from participant side?
No,
Other than
ma'am.
certificate?
That's it.